I'm Victoria Torrey Brescoll, Associate Professor of Organizational Behavior at Yale in the School of Management, and I am really excited to be here, and I only have 5 minutes, so I'm going to be talking much faster than I normally do. What I'm going to be doing is giving you a very brief overview of 2 studies that I've done over a period of 10 years, looking at whether a large movement such as MeToo, where women are speaking out against sexual misconduct, can have unintended negative consequences in this fact that they're specifically male managers being scared or being less willing to sort of mentor, sponsor, interact with one-on-one, socialize with their female colleagues. So some background on this is since this movement really took off in 2017, a number of surveys have been done which have found it may have had an unintended negative ripple effect. And the way the media has covered this is to say that it has. So one study found 2/3 of male executives hesitate to hold one-on-one meetings with junior women. Half of male managers report being uncomfortable. This is with I believe 9,000 people working one-on-one or socializing with female colleagues, and another 1 in 6 with even mentoring them. Another study by the New York Times with 5,000 people found that 2/3 of both men and women believe they should be extra careful around the opposite sex, but women for fear of sexual harassment and men for fear of being accused. However, none of this can conclude, right, that MeToo necessarily accounts for the phenomenon as it was only conducted after. So we don't have a before and after kind of comparison, right? So that's exactly what I did. 2 identical experiments with male and female managers that address this issue. And the first one I did in 2008 was just out of my own experiences of frustration, noticing sort of a bunch of things, but for example, these all-male poker games between male graduate students and male faculty where women were explicitly not invited, and when we asked to, because we knew it was a socialization attempt or chance to get mentored and sponsored, they wouldn't let us. So this was frustrating. So that and many other things. So just as sort of for my own curiosity, I did a really simple study. And once this Me Too movement came out and then the articles started getting written, I just saw an opportunity to replicate the study, do it again, right? So the participants were managers and executives from a private online pool. They were all middle to upper level management, and they were basically randomly assigned to read a short scenario of either a promising male or junior colleague, and then they evaluated the likelihood that they would have an individual meeting, socialize with, or mentor this person. And I also assessed a number of other things, their fear of accusations, worry over saying something that might be offensive, other reasons for avoiding contact to get rid of that extra explanation, and then sexist attitudes via the ambivalent sexist inventory, which Peter developed here. And then in 2008, I added additional questions about their awareness of Me Too. So basically what happened was comparing 2008 and 2018, this is only female managers. Those differences are not significant. For some reason, the error bars aren't coming up here, but I can just tell you they're not, essentially. This is their likelihood or willingness. And the data all look the same, by the way, for the other measures, socializing with and having a one-on-one meeting with a subordinate. And, but this is just the mentorship data. So female managers were no more likely to, discriminate, say they would do this, but in both years, 2008 and 2018, male managers were, but that decreased by about 40% in 2018, okay? So I only have a few seconds left, but I'll just say that, sexist attitudes didn't play a role in 2018, but they did in 2008. So what we really need to do is look at whether or not this is actually true. I don't think my data are conclusive, but they help to get at this issue. And since, as we've heard from these talks on mentorship again and again and again, women need to be sponsored and mentored by their superiors, and these leaders are overwhelmingly male still. So organizations need to find solutions to the problems so women's progress won't be stymied. I did it.